I think it went. It took a very long time to set that up. It still doesn't look like it's fully set up. Because the chat is not loading, which is never a good sign. My internet doesn't look very good. Oh, it don't look very good at all. Uh-oh. What's happening? The stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 6800. Well, alas, I have 65% dropped frames. That's a lot of dropped frames. I wish I had answers. Uh-oh, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Oh dear. What is up with that? Should I give it a minute to see if it will stabilize? That seems very strange. I am not sure. And no one is here yet, so I can't ask what it looks like. On my end, it seems fine-ish. I mean, a little blurry, but also I am the one streaming, so I feel like that's not exactly the most reliable of resources. We will be avoiding crazy topics today, and I fully intend to actually do some writing. We'll see if that happens, but that's my full intention, is to write. I don't know what I'm gonna write. I'm all over the place right now with my inspirations, so I don't know. I'll do some rainy day stuff. Which one was I working on? Did I unlock one of these? I did. Ah, meditation, that's right. There we go. If we're not going to cook, we may as well give her something. Oh, that's kind of cute. That seems strange. Oh, did I miss these? I swear I was looking for green headphones at one point, and I was like, there are no green headphones. And then these are just sitting right here. I have no idea. Well, I'm getting me some green headphones. Yes, please. Oh, we don't need the flapjacks. Hello, God King R. Welcome. Alright, there we go. We're just gonna... Who's our recent favorite? Man, I feel like we have so many good ones now that I don't even know. The only green one is this one, but this one makes me feel like I have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle axolotl. We have a green bumblebee. That's kind of cute. We'll have the green bumblebee. I think this house likes green. Hello, God King R. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I have, oh, I guess I don't really need to, I don't need to do both of those because I have right there because I didn't do that last time. Habits. Well, we live streamed today. So I fully intend to do some writing today, like genuinely. A crazy roller coaster conversation. Tonight shall be peaceful. I will say, I finally beat my time at Sandrock. What's my clocked time? 200 hours. 200 hours of gameplay, and I beat it finally. That ending was pretty emotional. I beat it tonight. While I was waiting, I was technically, Riley and Lorelai both went down at 7 p.m. So I didn't want to start an early live stream. I wanted to give them time to see if they would wake up. They actually went down pretty fast, Lorelai especially, but that's because she skipped a nap today. But I still wanted to give it time. I didn't want to risk it, and also risk being accidentally loud in here and waking up Riley. So I decided to just give it some time. But probably Oblivion. Brent bought me Oblivion as soon as he found out that the remake had actually just been dropped. It was like we all were like, oh wow, there's a leak and we're gonna have an Oblivion remaster at some point, and then Bethesda went fine here, and we were like, oh, we not some point today. So Oblivion is one of my all-time favorite games. Oblivion is like my everything. I love Oblivion. I know the secrets of that inside and out. I know the scroll duplication glitch because Mama has played this game enough times that I feel like I can cheat. I am allowed. I don't know if they have duplication glitch in this. I would be so happy if they did, just because that would be one heck of a faithful remake to have the scroll duplication glitch. I remember when I was younger, I would do the scroll duplication glitch to get this staff called Apotheosis. That staff kills everything until extremely high level. Like, that thing would nuke enemies forever. The problem is, you don't get any skill gain from using Apotheosis, which I did not realize until I was a little older. And I would get into those late game areas and realize that I had no combat skills, you know? The third person does actually look really cool. I actually decided to do a Breton. I have never played as a Breton. When I was younger, I always picked either Khajiit or lizard people. I just looked at this. Lizard people. Argonians. Gosh, I was like, hello. For my favorite game, I can't remember what one of the races is. I picked Breton, but when I was a kid, when I was much younger, preteen. Biscuit. There might be a lot of yawning tonight. Today was a very, very long day. Yeah, I always used to pick Argonian and Khajiit, and I always used to do stealth play. But I have since kind of I'm not a good stealth fighter anymore. I don't do stealth very well in games anymore. I'm too impatient. Like when I was much younger, God, I loved stealth games. I loved getting it right, and like, I remember I was obsessed with Batman Arkham Asylum. Like, really obsessed. Didn't care for Arkham City. Loved Arkham Asylum. I was violently obsessed with that. And then I was super obsessed with Assassin's Creed, and I always played stealth characters in Oblivion and Skyrim. And then one day, I don't know what happened, I wanted to only tank. And I still can't really do stealth classes. I'm too impatient. So I picked a Breton. I decided to give that a shot because I've never played a Breton. So normally, because I always did stealth, I didn't really do magic either in Oblivion. I didn't start doing that till Skyrim. It was always stealth. Although in Skyrim, my first character was a Khajiit who did stealth and double axes, like the big boy axes. I don't know how I made that work. I did some really ridiculous things that you weren't supposed to do with, like, okay, you play a Khajiit, that means you are a stealth character, and obviously there's a perk in the stealth tree where you do like quadruple damage with daggers. Yeah, screw that. Double axe. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, yeah, I loved, dude, vampires in Oblivion were, like, oh my god, if you didn't eat, your character looked like a nightmare. I was like, this is nightmare fuel. My character's terrifying. No wonder no one wants to talk to me. I am walking around, my eyes are literally blood red. I look like I have aged 50 years. Like, being a vampire in that game was a commitment. You either, like, you had to find that sweet spot. You know, you'd go a couple days without eating, and then you risk getting killed on sight. Like, Being a vampire was rough. The first time I ever had Lucien LeChance show up, I think that's his name, from the Dark Brotherhood, that was in the Gladiator, that was in the arena, scared the snot out of me. My character woke up and I was like, wait, what's happening? Why is this different? And then there he is, and I was like, I still remember that. It scared the daylights out of me. I was like, who the heck are you? Anyways. So yeah, that's probably what my next main game is. Although I'm not gonna lie, I feel, and I knew this was gonna happen, I feel very empty now that I've beat Sandrock. Technically, I still have a bunch of little side quests and stories going on, but like I got the credits, and there's this whole segment at the end where you talk to all of the characters in town, and they all have these incredibly sweet talks, and some of them are stuff that's like, you know, for some reason, I feel like I'm never going to have any quests to do with you again. So if that's the case, I just wanted to tell you that you're amazing. And I was like, I'm saying goodbye to these people who aren't real, and I feel like I'm actually saying goodbye to them. And it was like really bittersweet. I wanted to cry. I did cry quite a few times. Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely was not skilled the first several runs of Oblivion. It took me a really, really, really long time, and I mean years, before I realized that gender meant something in Oblivion, because I always played girls. But in Oblivion, no, Sandrock unfortunately is done. They are now working on they're working on Evershine. My Time at Evershine. It has a Kickstarter. I think we talked about that. Did we? Well, I looked it up. I can't remember if that was on the live stream. But they are at almost $3 million earned. Hello, Epic Scottish Man. Oh my goodness. We're doing really good. We do reunion live streams twice a year now. For Writathon, which I am absolutely failing this time. Last Writathon, I did great. This Writathon, I have nothing. Basically just sat and hung out for like almost 2 hours, hour and a half every time. But yeah, no, Sandrock as a game is done. They do bug fixes, but there is no more content, unfortunately, coming out for Sandrock, which is, it feels weird. I have this really bittersweet, sad, happy feeling inside from beating My Time at Sandrock. I can't explain it. That game really affected me. So I definitely have like post good game blues, where like I feel like I'm gonna end up restarting it and creating a new character. I feel like that's what I do sometimes whenever I experience this, is like I'm not ready to let it go, so I'll go start a new character for a little bit and just kind of re-experience that. Maybe we should do that today. Re-experience the beginning of the game, and it kind of lets me, I don't know, say goodbye, and then I slowly let it go. Like, I don't do it to complete it. Yeah, this is definitely, My Time at Sandrock is definitely one of those games that's going to like have affected me for a really long time. It's also raised the bar really high for like farming sim style games. The quality of life stuff that they have in that game is unbelievable. I feel like all games of this style should have the ability to change the game speed. Oh my gosh, my eye is itchy, and I'm really hoping that I don't need to go wash it out, because that'd be really annoying. The fact that I can make it as slow as I want, or I think I can pull it up to ×2 speed, which is crazy. I've finally towards the end, I finally put the game clock at 1, so normal speed, and oh my god, it feels like that game clock is just flying. But I can't even fully explain all of the quality of life, and also just how the mechanics evolve. At the end of the game, I had created a literal factory, and it was overpowered. But I earned that, you know, like, it didn't feel like the game was ruined because I had this unbelievably powerful workshop. I earned that. Like I poured sweat, blood, and tears into that workshop to get there. So like every time I used it, I was like, I earned this. So it didn't even feel like cheating. It felt like riding the coattails of my success. 200 hours of gameplay. But yeah, that game, I don't know. I can like feel the bittersweet ache inside from playing it. Okay, so I know for a fact, apparently Sandrock on the Switch does not run very well. There's a lot of graphical deficiencies, and also apparently there's just stuff missing. Let me look it up. I don't know for sure because I don't have Sandrock. I have it on Steam, obviously, but let me look up Sandrock Switch issues. Switch gameplay issues. That was from 2 years ago. I don't want to go off based off of that. That was also from 2 years ago. I don't have it, so I don't want to say something that maybe they fixed. I guess. Let me see if there's some. But the Switch version suffers a lot because of technical issues. Even though the game has 100 hours of content, not that many people will be able to make it that far because of those issues, but it's still a really fun game. I feel like I saw people say that they didn't realize just how much of the game was missing, and I feel like it's partly graphical and partly... I feel like a major part of it is graphical, but God, what? I'd probably have to look up a video to know for sure what exactly is missing from it. Where did my browser go? Oh, okay. I think I closed the tabs without realizing it. I think it is on Xbox and PS5. Yes. Let's find out. Let me make sure. Sandrock PS5. It's got a 3.3. GameStop's on crack. GameStop gave it a 3.3 out of 5. Absolutely not. Go suck a rock. Unsure would like that. There's a character in my time at Sandrock called Unsure. He's phenomenal. He likes rocks. That's his character. He likes rocks. 3.3. Why would GameStop give it a... Who gave it a 3.3? This is one of the greatest games ever made. I take offense. Oh. So it's got 3 reviews. The first is a 5-star, and then it's got a 1-star. It says the game isn't bad, but if you want it, don't buy it for the Switch. The developers have been releasing patches and content updates on PC, but the Switch still hasn't been updated since the day 1 patch. That's okay, so that's why it has a 3.3 on GameStop. So there you go. That was from a year ago, but all the same, I wouldn't do it. I love how peaceful the game is. It's an instant classic. It really is. Highly agree. A Sandrock, exactly. I think he makes that joke at some point. The writing for it is so good. I am pretty sure that it's on Xbox or PS5. No, I'm positive. Yeah. Where is it? Platforms. PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Cloud Gaming or Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. It's on everything. That's awesome. You'll love to see it. My time at Evershine Kickstarter. They're 1,415% funded. That's amazing. They're still only at 2,901,000. Looking at what their alpha access to Evershine on Steam during its development. That's kind of cool. You'll be credited in the game for helping improve Evershine. Plus, you'll get a special Discord title That's fine. I don't really use Discord. And the original soundtrack. Console supported. Choose game keys for up to 2 different platforms. God, there's a lot of tiers. Pet and gear exclusive pack is $150. It has an in-game exclusive pet. A mouse pad. I don't know if I'd want that. Elegant wedding dress pack. $250. Some of these feel really silly, but also because I know Sandrock. Because I know Sandrock, I know that it probably matters. Well, I know it would matter because it would be like, it would just, you know, be a thing. I almost kind of want to live stream my time at Sandrock. We're definitely not. Is today the last live stream? I didn't look that up. Can I, where's my calendar? Okay, I can just use my phone. What's today's date? You should get a real wet. I know, really. Let me see. You're right, yeah. Wednesday is the last. So next Wednesday is the last one. It's hard to say. I almost want to, but I feel like that's not in the spirit of what we're doing, which is the writing thing, and also, you know, it being a chill reunion live stream, and I don't want to. I don't know. I can't decide. Story of my life. Anyways, I think while things are chill, now is probably a really good time to do some writing. It's a creepy cover. Oh boy. 80s movie challenge. Man, you could do like... You could do the entire Friday the 13th. Is that 80s? No. Friday the 13th is older, isn't it? I know! It was 1980 on the dot. Just watch the entire Friday the 13th series. That's like, what, 13 movies right there? Hi, Christian Barola. Welcome. What's up, my dude? How have you been? I don't know why I said your whole name. Sometimes I get into this habit on live streams. I see like usernames and I say the whole username. So when like people show up with names. Thank you. Miss you too. Some 80s, some 90s. That's true. That's true. Can we like, even though some of them come after the 90s, like, could we count that? Would that be allowed? Because it's like all part of the same central series that started in the 80s? No, I feel like that's probably cheating, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably cheating. I feel like, okay, you couldn't count anything after the 90s. Maybe like up to like 90. Like on the year 1990 maybe. Eh, probably still cheating. Okay, so we can do a nice little short writing stint. We start with 5 minutes just to make it kind of simple and relaxing, and I'm going to do some simple writing, I think. If I want to make a chat. You know what I started doing on the side when I go back to The Sims 4, because I still play that because I'm an addict with a problem. I have a Sims 4 addiction. I have a Sims addiction, period. Like, on my computer, I have The Sims 3, The Sims 4, Sims Medieval, and The Sims 2, because Brent bought that for me, which was very sweet of him. That runs on the Steam Deck, and it's awesome. I can now confirm that Sims 2 runs and on the Steam Deck, and it's amazing. But so I have all of those, and I cycle between them, and it's amazing. Sandrock, I think, was the first time that I've been pulled away from The Sims for such an extended period of time, because I play so much Sims. It's just so easy to get into any of them. Because I know those games literally inside and out, and it took me no time to figure out Sims Medieval, even though I hadn't grown up with that one. I don't know, it's just so easy to get into the Sims games, you know? Oh, you're talking about Inzoi. At this point in time, I don't think I'm going to be getting into Inzoi. I don't know anything about it. I'm also at a point in time where, generally speaking, I cannot really take the risk on, like, early access games in the beginning. Like, I need to see where this game goes. It doesn't have any DLC. It's supposedly early access. Let's see. Let me look at Inzoi again. The gameplay that I've seen for it does not have as much as I thought it was going to have. Oh. Can you just, oh, here it is. Why is that excluded? What preference? Why is it excluded? Interesting. For some reason, my Steam preferences has excluded Inzoi. I don't know which one, it doesn't say. From what I have seen, it seems very lackluster. Oh dear. Oh boy, this review. This game works well as a commentary on the fertility crisis in South Korea. I don't know how to touch that sentence. When it comes to romance and relationships, playing this game is like stepping back into the 1950s. You literally cannot have children until you're married. Your Zois can't even live together as romantic partners until they're married. Teens are completely asexual and cannot have any romantic interactions with each other like they can in The Sims 4. Until your Zoi is married, all they can do is eat, work, and sleep, which I guess explains why no one in South Korea is having kids. Oh, goodness gracious, that's a review. I like the way that it looks. What is that? Oh, that looks a lot like Infinity Nikki. It looks really cool. The character creator is actually kind of a... Alright, I'm going to sound crazy for this, but the character creator is actually kind of a turn-off for me for the game. It's too complicated. It's not finished, that's true, which is why I kind of want to keep an eye on it. It just depends on where it goes. If they follow the Sims model for DLCs, I feel like that might be a turn-off for me too. The Sims 4 might be the last game for me to be able to do that with. Like, I still buy the DLCs for it, but I am so far in that hole that I can't actually... Ironically, because I have done that with The Sims 4, I can't do it with any other game. Like, I really would love to play Anno 1800, but it has so much DLC. Same with SimCity Skylines. Too much DLC. Even on, like huge percent discounts, it's still a lot of money to get everything. Like, it's still so much money. I just can't convince myself to get them, even though I would love to play Anno 1800. And I've seen the base game go for like $3, but the base game is $3. But if you look at all of the like major DLCs, not the vanity ones, but the major gameplay DLCs that like strongly affect the game, they're all super expensive. So of course, then I have to consider, is this something where I know I'm going to be happy to play just the base game, or am I going to feel pressured to buy these game contents? And then so I look up what people say about the DLCs, and like for SimCity Skylines, they say that some of the DLC really, you need it in order to enjoy the game. Like the base game is good, but the DLC changes it. I think that was Skylines, and I can't remember if they said that for Anno 1800. And so I just couldn't convince myself to do it because I knew that I would feel pressured, especially by FOMO, to buy the DLCs. Like, maybe it's because I know how I am with The Sims 4, where I have every single DLC. Not the kits. I haven't bought all the kits. maybe that's why I'm like this, where I'm really guarded with games that have like massive lists of DLC. The other thing too is looking at the Anno 1800 DLC. I love a lot of it. Like a lot of the core, like the gameplay DLCs, again, not the vanity ones. The gameplay DLCs are really cool. So I know I'm going to want them, you know? I know I'm going to want it. Wait 5 years, that's probably what's going to happen anyways. I'll probably just wait 5 years for Anno 1800 and just get it whenever. And when it's got like a complete pack and it's, you know, a flat fee. Wait for that to go on sale too. So that's generally how I wind up. Paralives, something about Paralives, I don't like it. I don't know why. The art style wigs me out. I don't like the cell shading. I don't know. It just feels weird. And something about Paralives as a whole feels really off to me. And I could not tell you why. I think it's partly because it's been in development for so long at this point. Like, I don't even know how many years has Paralives been going. And we're still only getting like snippets of gameplay. And it at least from what I've seen, something about it, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Paralives. I feel like it's got, what's the word I'm looking for? Something creep. Mechanic? No. I don't even know. I can't remember the word. Mechanic creep? No, that's not it. Function creep? No. Whatever. It's got a lot of stuff that they keep talking about that I've seen. It is yeah, that's true. It is a teeny team making it, and it's also like a lot of people don't fully understand how difficult AI, and by AI I mean AI as what it used to mean when we talked about artificial intelligence in video games, which is not the buzzword artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence in these types of life sims is really complicated. Like, there is a reason Sims 4 is as complex as it is and so buggy, is because the AI is 100% the reason behind it. Like, I cannot even begin to fathom how they have crafted the AI in Sims 4 to function at the level that it does, because it is unbelievably complex. And the weight that they have placed on certain things is definitely what causes a lot of the issues. And I believe that a lot of these life sims are running into that issue where they themselves don't fully understand how complicated the AI is. Because it is complicated. You are simulating life with a program. And it's not like a normal video game where it's just, it's not meant to simulate so many decisions. A sim at any given time has to make a decision on what they want to do based on a bunch of factors, right? What their interests are at this state of the game. What their interests are, things that you have selected for the sim, things that they don't like, things that they, NAPs that you have active in the neighborhood. So, it's easy to point at The Sims and go, oh my god, it's such an annoying game. Why are all these characters making cakes? Well, it's because of the artificial intelligence and how complicated it is and how much, DLC and... I don't know. The Sims has been doing really well with bug debugging. God, no. Patches. They, created a whole crack team in order to handle specifically bugs within The Sims, which I think they should have done ages ago, but, better late than never. And it feels like the game is starting to tighten back up, which definitely it needed. The last couple of DLC packs, too, have been real bangers, I think. They had so much content in them, as opposed to, if you really look to, 10 years ago, DLC has improved so much for The Sims 4. But, I mean, there's also just, I feel like there's so much negativity around The Sims 4 at this point that's, feeding itself, and also I've just kind of shut down to a lot of it. I don't really frequent spaces with a lot of Sims communities anymore, because I feel like every single post is people who don't realize that it's their mods breaking the game and not The Sims 4, and that it's, I mean, that's a big one. That one's like almost always it. I'll see people who are like, oh my god, they can't get this game right. Look at my UI. And everyone's like, that's a mod, baby. Love, sweet darling. That's a mod. Your mod is breaking the game. That's not EA. So like, I genuinely feel like there's just a massive misunderstanding of how The Sims works, and a lot of people are just blaming EA for everything. Or the Sims team, I should say. EA doesn't give a snot. But I would like to see another competitor in the Life Sims scene. It's why I'm watching Inzoi, because I really like the style of Inzoi. I just want to see where it's going to go, because I know how complicated AI is. Maybe that's why I'm so defensive about The Sims. And also just like cautious about trusting new Life Sims, is just, it is so complex, this artificial intelligence. When I was in college, we had a class where we were making Pac-Man. Okay? Extremely easy game. Simple game, I should say. Not easy. But in Pac-Man, there are 4 ghosts, and they each have a specific personality. And I'm going to go based off the top of my head. You have one ghost who would constantly stay in the upper right. You had a ghost that would chase you. You had a ghost that would... Oh, darn it, I'm forgetting. Hang on. Pac-Man ghost behaviors. There it is. Nope. Here we go. They have 4 main behavior states. No, I'm talking about their personalities. Each ghost's name gives a hint to its strategy for tracking down Pac-Man. Shadow always chases Pac-Man. Speedy tries to get in front of him. Bashful uses a more complicated strategy to zero in on him. And Pokey, or Clyde, alternates between chasing him and running away. So these were 4 different personalities for these ghosts. Programming that is a bitch. Okay? Figuring out how to program that on your own. And those are just 4 personalities, okay? Like, to get a ghost to constantly be trying to calculate the point ahead of Pac-Man when Pac-Man is you. So this is not a constant state, right? This is not something the program is able to suss out. It has to try to predict where Pac-Man is going to go. And basically, it's changing its position at all times, and this ghost is trying to get in front of you, essentially. And then you had, what was it? So you had, like, one that constantly chases you, which seems like it would be easy, but you have to get Pac-Man's location and set that as the new target for that ghost almost every turn. And I forget what the complicated strategy was for Bashful, but it was complicated. And the game's nearly 11 years old, and it's still making you buy deal. I don't know. I feel like The Sims 4 is an entity all on its own, and I actually don't want a Sims 5. I am content to continue going forward with this DLC model, and the reason why is because The Sims has reached a point, and it's the problem that Inzoi is kind of facing right now. Inzoi as a game is super empty, and The Sims 5 would be the exact same thing. At this point, it makes more sense for EA to continue forward with this model of slowly making older content free or giving it out for free occasionally and releasing new content as it moves forward. Making the base game free was a brilliant move. But the problem with making a new Sims game based off of the model that they already have, no one would buy it. And they know this. The Sims 5 would have nothing in it. It would be basically like The Sims 4 all over again. You would have this extremely empty basic game because all of the content is going to be future plans for DLC. You could argue that having an open world would make The Sims 5 worth buying, but that's a huge risk to bank off of. They would have to release The Sims 5 while The Sims 4 is still releasing DLC in order to take that money and fund production of The Sims 5 in the early stages where no one is buying it. Or release Sims 5 itself as a free base game with DLC straight out the gate. which would also be a very risky move because, again, you have a game like The Sims 4, which has 11 years of content. That is a huge game. There is so much to do in The Sims 4 at any given time that, like, it almost rivals The Sims 3. Almost. Not quite. Almost. It'll never compete with the fact that The Sims 3 has literally, like, hundreds, like, over 100 ambitions, lifetime wishes, which genuinely change the way that you play the game. But The Sims 4 at this stage is a behemoth of a game. It has so much content in it that it is... I don't foresee The Sims making a new game until they can come up with a model that can compete with what's already in existence. And that's kind of, again, the state of other simulator games. The DLC model for games is basically one of the only ways for games to continue making money or to make it subscription-based. But subscription-based games are generally MMOs, which are a live service type game. So when you're paying a subscription for an MMO, you are typically getting a ton of content constantly, right? You know, events, seasons, seasonal events, combine both of those, outfits or something like that, you know? Like if you look at Infinity Nikki, they have like a more mobile game transaction type model that they're doing where you can play the game and conceivably you would be able to slowly amass enough in-game credits to possibly get items, you know, but putting money into the game. So this is the Genshin Impact model where it's the loot boxes. So the current state of how game companies are able to make money with games does not suit a new Sims game because it's either the DLC model, the service subscription model, or you have the loot box model, and that's just like the only way. Unfortunately, making a good game and selling it for $40, it's just not feasible for companies anymore, which is an unfortunate truth. Game companies have to sacrifice quite a lot to just continue working on a game, and it's really only so long as the game continues to sell. So like if you look at a game like Roots of Pacha, that's an extremely popular farming sim right now. It's made by a small company. Being a small company, they're able to take the money that they have made off of like the insane amount of sales and use that to put into constant updates. But if you look at a game like Sandrock, it had a limited lifespan. They could not keep working on it forever. There's only so long that they're going to continue making money, and there is going to be a drop off of that. CEOs don't really count in, I think, the game industry. It's all about investors, and the games industry is kind of run by investors, and at least, okay, I should say the AAA game industry, and that's another problem, and it's why a lot of games we're now looking to indie developers in order to save the games industry, because you have indie developers like the My Time series and Roots of Pacha, and they're making really great decisions in terms of like what they've added. Like My Time at Sandrock has hundreds of hours of content. The DLCs, the pet one is cool. The Love Chronicles one was a mixed review, and I can see why it was a mixed reception. But like, these are indie companies that I assume do not have investors to answer to. You have The Sims, which is a AAA company. EA is the company. They're not indie. So they do have investors to answer to. And at some point they lose that creative freedom that indie companies can retain, I think. And so Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is an anomaly. I don't know if we will get another Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is an anomaly in a lot of ways. I'm hoping that it will encourage future endeavors of a similar vein, but we can say without a doubt that Baldur's Gate 3's model will not make it as much money as either a DLC model or a loot box model or a live service model, and there is obviously going to be variations to that. Like if we look at like just saying, you know, well, yeah, I'm going to make my game, it's going to have microtransactions, and that's it. I'm going to make tons of money. Not true. If Baldur's Gate 3 dropped DLC, oh my god, people would buy that in an instant, because Baldur's Gate 3, the core game, worked really well. It was a very good game. But investors, the big problem with investors is that at least up until now, they don't understand video games. They don't want to understand video games. They don't care. All they care about is money. They see a model that works, i.e. the loot box system or DLC or, you know, whatever, microtransactions, and that's what they want. They want that model because they see how much money that it can rake in. So what a major video game company wants, which is to make a good game, investors don't care about that. They want you to make an addicting game that will make the players buy the DLC. And that's an unfortunate truth of AAA game companies, is that they don't have nearly as much control over their IPs as we think they do. That's also why I do believe we don't have Elder Scrolls 6 yet. It's too massive. I honestly believe that that game is too big, and probably investors don't want to invest in it, because even Skyrim didn't have all that much DLC. Like, its DLC model was quite small. And I don't know. The development cycle, that's probably why they dropped the Oblivion remake, was to shore up more money. Although that remake is gorgeous. It's really complicated. I don't know. I don't want that to be the situation. My time at Sandrock, I'm like 100% positive that it's indie, but like, wait, hang on. Are the My Time games indie? Is an indie game studio based in, oh wow, Chongqing, China. Oh, I don't think I said that right. Chongqing, China. CHONGQING. That is genuinely how it's spelled. I don't think I said that right. It is up to players to boycott, but the problem with that too is that we're not a hive mind, and there are people who just genuinely do not exist on the internet. I know it's hard to believe. They don't go into gaming circles online, and so they just do not know about this stuff. It's hard. It's hard to make that level of change on a AAA level. And I think genuinely what's really going to fix it is the indie game studios overtaking AAA game studios. Because indie game studios are not generally going to be following these models, but they're going to be succeeding quite a lot. Whereas we'll see these AAA companies being forced to implement these models and then not succeeding as well, despite using these supposedly huge money-making models, and then investors seeing that, you know, indie games are doing better. I think honestly that's going to be one of the big deals, is that investors have to see that indie games are making more money, if they are, assuming they are. I mean, genuinely, I'm saying all of this. The Sims is really one of the last AAA games that I have actually heavily invested in, except for Oblivion. But that's not, I don't even think that counts because it's a remake from like over 10 years ago. Yeah? When did Oblivion come out? Oops. No, I don't want that. I opened that on accident. Please make that go away. When was Oblivion first released? 2005. Shut the front door. No. 20 years ago? That can't be real. Wow. This is 2006. That's still like 20 years ago. We old. Bro. We old. We mega old. I will say I'm not in like I'm not supporting AAA studios. I that's where I see that they're at. I haven't honestly wanted to play a AAA game in a really long time. I have not been interested in AAA games almost at all. Like I said all of that. I see AAA games and it's almost a turn off to me to see a AAA game. I'm like, ugh. Ugh. I'm like, I don't know. I've been playing a lot of like indie games and older games. That's really where I've been. Biscuits. Excuse me. Like Oblivion is the anomaly here, but like seriously, I just poured 200 hours into my time at Sandrock over the course of the last, I think, month. The Sims is the only other exception, but I feel like at this point, hi. Oh yeah, your show takes nice. There you go. Oh yeah, your show. I remember you telling me about that. Yeah, it's just I haven't really felt the urge, really. I mean, if we look at what like indie game companies have accomplished, is RimWorld indie? I feel like it is, right? Like, is RimWorld indie? I think it is. I think it is. I don't see anything that 100% confirms that it is. I don't know. Anyways, you've got games like RimWorld. You have, I think Dwarf Fortress counts as indie, technically. Isn't it just made by two dudes? I'm not confirmed on that. I feel like it's technically indie. Yeah. Even though it's a huge title, I think it's still just made by two dudes, the two brothers. So I think it's still indie, technically, even though it's such a huge old title. You have games like Caves of Qud? Chud? QUD. That's definitely indie, I think. You have games like Our Life, Beginnings and Always. God, that is a game. I played that recently. That is one of the greatest visual novel dating sims I think I will ever play in my life. Oh man, I haven't talked about that, have I? But it's hard to keep my mom supplied with third-person games she hasn't played. She's retired. I'm just saying, my time at Sandrock will probably keep your mom busy forever. Then she'll play it again. That game, but like seriously, okay, if anybody's looking for a dating sim, it's not calling it that isn't even. It's not doing it justice. Our Life, Beginnings and Always. I've talked about that on my channel before, but I finally beat it recently. That affected me hard. That game is an experience. 60 hours a week. She might finish it fairly quickly then, but still, I mean, it's one of those games where you just kind of want to play it again. Okay. Did you guys see trading card game Card Shop Simulator? I got that. I was kind of obsessed with it. I don't even totally hate asset flip games. You know what? If you can take assets and turn them into something good, heck it. And I think they did that with this. Cattails is another one that I played recently that I enjoyed way more than I thought I was going to. Like, that was a ton of fun. I think this is indie Robin Hood Sherwood Builders. I don't know if I can suggest that because of my bias. I made a review for that. I have achievements for this game that globally, like some of the achievements I have for that game are no one has them, and I got them. So I have like one of them is a 1.8% you've obtained the special trophy item from the region of Barnsdale. No one was able to play long enough to do that, and that's the first starting area. She's trying to play her age. That's really sweet, though. That's cool that she does that. You should get her... I was going to say you should get her into an MMO, but I don't know. Final Fantasy XIV would be the one that I would suggest. Or Lord of the Rings Online, if she likes Lord of the Rings. That is an MMO that deserves all the funding and love. I highly, highly recommend Lord of the Rings Online. That is such a good MMO. Still. And the people are so nice in that. And then recently, I haven't played in a minute, so I don't know how it went, but they were doing... Oh, she's terrified of the internet. That's totally fine. Honestly, same. Ranch of Rivershine is another one that I absolutely adore. That's an indie game for sure. It's made by one person. And God bless them, because they are just dropping content like nobody's business, and all of it's free. I can't believe it. Like, what is this one? A major update. We got a veterinary clinic, and that was March 1st. And a weather system. On January 25th, we got the Azure Coast Trail, which was like a whole new trail with whole new horses and new training. Yeah, just constant updates and content. So, honestly, I think indie games are where it's at right now. AAA games just feel like a massive, constant disappointment. They never live up to the hype. The only one that I would say that doesn't follow that is Fae Farm. That was a disappointment. Fae Farm was really disappointing. A lot of it was really good, but if you care about character relationships and... Oops. Fae Farm. If you care about relationships in games, like with other characters and NPCs and stuff like that, Fae Farm is not it. Also, I love this thing. I don't remember this one. The Flutter Frog? That's adorable. I need it. I love this thing. Look at him. He's amazing. I kind of love him in his... Oh, look at this one. That's like the winter one, but it's super cute. I don't even know. This one's cute because it's like a monarch butterfly, but this one's also really cute. We have purple in this house. Purple was like one of the other colors that we were doing, I think. No, it was pink. That's fine. Okay, so... I feel like we didn't... A pinch of magical dust from a spirit friend can add some spice. What spirit would that be that adds spice or dust? Oh, I'm an idiot. Look, this one's called Dust Bunny. Doi. Okay. What was it? Carefully prepare your ingredients. Start early to have lunch ready on time. Okay, so activity. We need to go to the kitchen. Do some chopping. It needs to be morning, I think. And then we need to have the Dust Bunny. Because I'm a doofus. Oh, I want the cute little pink Dust Bunny. Yeah, we're gonna do pink Dust Bunny. Yeah! I got it this time. The line, yeah, not on the Nintendo DS, but I recently got it for the Game Boy Advanced. That is a really good game. I was shocked. I was like, oh, this is fun. But so is the Scooby-Doo the movie game. And I'm talking about the live-action movie for Game Boy Advanced. I need to find another copy of it. I lost it because I took it everywhere with me. That one's another really good one. I was addicted to that, and I was very surprised. But that one, highly recommend if you can find it. Every time I find it, I'm not like looking to buy it, and then when I'm like, I need to buy it, and I go back and it's gone. It was the best. It was a weirdly well-made movie game. They did some good mechanics for that one. We were supposed to do writing. And oh, it's been another hour. Expedition 33, what's that one? Is that a game? Oh, here we go. Expedition 33. Steam has the wrong birthday set for me, but at this point it refuses to accept my actual birthday, so I just tell it sure, whatever. It looks cool. Now that I don't do YouTube anymore, I feel like that's done a lot for me because I always felt like I had to have the big name titles right when they released so that I could do them on YouTube. But now I don't feel like I have to do that anymore, and so it lets me be a little patient and watch things. Honestly, I could probably just survive off of Sandrock for the rest of my life and the Oblivion remake. My life is complete. I got an Oblivion remake. I never expected it. I don't know why I never expected it. Maybe it was because we got Skyrim released on 53 things, but never Oblivion. And so I was just ready to accept that an Oblivion remaster was never happening. And then it happened, randomly. And I feel like I'm complete. Just hearing the music for the Oblivion remake is like so good. It's so good. I'm so happy that it exists. But anyways, I feel like let's do a little bit of writing. Yeah, like I'm gonna do a little bit of just creative, fun writing. I think I might redo this. There's also, I might even dip back into fan fiction for a little bit. There was a Stardew Valley fan fiction that I was working on a long, long, long time ago. Might not. I don't know. I'm at that stage. I love the term that Gontes used, which was, I think, creative indulgence. That's what he said. Creative indulgence. This was meh to me. Let me try another one. The last time I was working on chapter 1, I wasn't feeling it. Let's do a 5-minute session, and then we'll try and go up from there. All right, here we go. That's a good starting sentence. I've been struggling to come up with a good starting sentence for that werewolf romance story that I was working on, that I was playing around with. I think I finally got it. Running a bookstore was hard enough without the added challenge of being a werewolf. Bam. That's a good one for what this is. I feel. I think. I think that's a good one. Let's see. Oh man, Avowed. I've only seen a little bit about Avowed. I think it was from Donkey. I just watch Donkey whenever I need to see stuff about videos. Oblivion, old school Oblivion is just so impossible to trump. I love old school Oblivion. Avowed looked interesting. Can't even knock stuff off a table and about. It's pathetic. Without context, that sentence is pretty great. Oh, that was the timer. Oh, I think I can set another one. And I leveled up. More spirits. Look, I can knock off right. We actually wrote something. All right, I think let's keep going. I'm on a hang on. Let's up it to 10 minutes. What do we say? Let's keep going while I have an idea in my head. Congratulations, you're 20. I'm 20. Oh yeah, I'm level 20. It's like when did that happen? I'm going too far with this. No, no, this is fine, actually. Okay. I feel like that was pretty good. How's it going? I'm at 641 words. It's alright. It's decent. I feel like it's a fair start. It's a better first chapter than the other one that I was doing. The other one is weak. It wasn't very good. I should technically keep writing. It's the advice. But I have to have like, there's a bare minimum that I require for the state of like the start. And if I don't have that, I feel like I can't keep going. It just bothers me. I don't have enough of a stable, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have a foundation to continue the story, if that makes sense. I need something to build a foundation on. Yeah. I think that explains it. I'm really tired tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna make it a full live stream. We were talking about also just, oh man, I might actually be able to get all of the achievements for Sandrock, which also feels really good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really want to do that. I'm only missing like 7 out of 60. So I kind of actually want to go and get the last 7 that I'm missing, which ironically I think are the ones most people don't get. Although my global achievements isn't working right on Steam. It just says 0% for all of them. Where's OBS? There it is. But yeah, today was rough because we had Lorelai skip a nap. Doesn't help that I'm listening to lo-fi. I feel like that's really knocking me out. I will say it was such a treat. I have tips too for, you know, if you oh, I got a foil card from Oblivion. Huh. I played for a really short time and I got a foil. That's neat. I will say, I don't normally do achievements except for games that I really, really like. And if they are not ridiculous achievements. Like, I think there's a Kingdom Hearts achievement that I'll never do, which, hang on, let me see if they have the achievements on here. Here we go. They have a lot of achievements because they're all kind of shoved under. I think it might be really hard for me to do the proud mode achievements just because I don't know if I could do that again. Final Mix proud mode on some of those games almost broke me, especially Chain of Memories. I don't think I've recovered for Chain of Memories. I went to load it back up and I just stared at it. I was like, I don't think I could do this. I need a little longer before I go back to Chain of Memories. Yeah, I think Chain of Memories is going to be the hardest one. Let me see what the global achievements are. What are the hardest ones? Synthesize 300 rooms. What is that? Collect all of Jiminy's journal entries. Edit a card deck 500 times. Defeat the Vanitas Remnant. Oh no. Oh no. Defeat the unknown. I don't think I will. Okay, so yeah, a lot of the Kingdom Hearts ones are like based off of beating some of the hardest entities in oh god, yeah, that was rough. Some of the hardest bosses in Kingdom Hearts, and they are hard. Lingering Will is one of them, and that one is definitely like if the achievements are based off of like doing really 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 difficult tasks. This sounds awful. I don't know. Maybe. I've beaten Kingdom Hearts so many times that the achievements just kind of feel secondary to me. I don't know if I could actually commit myself to doing all of the achievements in Kingdom Hearts. I think I almost have all of the achievements in Kingdom 80s. That's a game that I absolutely recommend. I highly recommend. There's a game series called Kingdom Kingdom, I'm not even sure what to call them. I have not slapped a monster truck. What the heck? I thought I did these. Destroy a portal on peaceful. Complete a level with only 2 workers. Dear God. Complete the game on cursed. Survive for 50 days in 1 level. No wonder that's the hardest one. Kingdom 80s, that was a really good game. I played that so many times. It's short. I kind of recommend... when is Kingdom Hearts 4 coming? Probably another 10 years. I think it's just a trend at this point. Kingdom Hearts just takes 10 years to make for some reason. It's like Kingdom 2 Crowns. They released like a little spin-off game called Kingdom 80s, and my God, the vibes of that game are so good. I love that game. It's phenomenal. I will die on that hill. So what was I going to... I got all of the achievements for High Chest, High Wall. I'll ended up opening his looking for something to throw on in the background since the medications are knocking you out. Oh no. So we're listening to lo-fi beats with... Uh-oh, did this freeze? Uh-oh. I think lo-fi city beats froze. Ironically. Is it because I put OBS on top of it? Yeah, I think it froze. Lol. Okay, maybe if I... Nope. I have to kill it. Oh, wait, no, come back to me, my love. It came back. Okay. I think it ignored me. No worries. We're doing another one. If you want to come, you don't have to. Next Monday. It's just, next week is probably the last week of live streams until the next Writathon. We're just chilling at the moment. No worries, my dude. No worries. But yeah, we're just chilling. Just relaxing and vibing, honestly. Okay, I will say Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 and Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, the remake, not the new one, although the old one is good too. Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, I actually went back and made sure I got all of the achievements for that because I loved it so much. That game is so good. Collect all achievements. Only 8.9% of players got this achievement. That is a good one. It's so good. I loved that. It was so much fun. I'm absolutely going to play that again. Chapter 1, it's long, so I haven't beat it. I need to go back and beat it. But oh my gosh, that one is really good too. And I would love to see another one. Chapter 1, Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 is really good. That was such a good rebirth of the series by Frogware. I got all of the achievements for that one. I very rarely, and I mean very rarely, get all of the achievements for stuff. I don't have all of the achievements for Our Life. I might try to get them all. But that's a lot of commitment. That was a long game, shockingly. Cattails, I did not. I definitely did not. Most of the time, if I get all of the achievements, it's probably because they were just like simple achievements that like you unlock as you progress through the game. The stream isn't frozen, right? That's just OBS wigging out on me. I'm not crazy. Uh-oh. No. Okay, that looks fine. OBS is kind of wigging out. Oh, there it goes. No, it's working. Trying to think. Yeah, I might try to get all of the achievements for, what was I talking about? Sandrock. Because they're doable, and there's skill involved, but they feel doable. They feel highly achievable and not full of rage because you're trying to defeat Lingering Will. Hidden achievements. Are all the ones I'm missing are hidden? They're all easy though. They're all stuff like all knowledge upgraded to max level. I can achieve that. The hardest one will be social though, because I'm so bad at it. Nab 10 gifts on the day of the bright sun. That one's easy. I just have to get there. Win at cards 20 times. That one's hard. I feel like I'm not going to do that well at that one. There's like a little mini card game. Give a hated gift. That one's I'm going to feel bad doing that. Host 10 parties. That's easy. I just have to do that. And then kick something from trees 50 times is the rarest achievement. I forget to kick trees, but that shouldn't take very long. So, yeah, the achievements in this are actually really doable. In fact, some of the hardest ones... Oh, wow, interesting. For such a long game, the ones that appeared to be the rarest... Interesting. The story ones are not the rarest, like, to complete the whole game. I thought maybe because it was the longest game, it's like a really long game. That's actually really neat. Oh, excuse me, my gosh. I have one of the rarer ones, which is waste not, want not. Pick up feces 50 times. No context, not even going to explain that. God, that game was really good. What else? Rival Stars Horse Racing is another one that I am shocked that I really like. The desktop edition. The mobile game is very much a mobile game, but you get content there before you get it on Steam. Oh, I know what I wanted to complain about. Uh-oh, was it my own? What was what my own? I'm sorry. I already forgot what I said that was in response to. I wanted to complain about Dragon Age Inquisition. That is, I feel, that is indicative of investors, I feel, getting too involved with a video game. That has to be. Or someone, oh God, no. Thank God, no, it wasn't your own feces. It's cow manure. Dragon Age Inquisition, I feel, is such a prime example of investors getting involved and forcing mechanics that, like, you don't want, or someone got involved and forced mechanics that did not belong in Inquisition. Because Inquisition is so almost good. Like, the story of Inquisition is so cool. I loved it, like, the story of Inquisition. I haven't beat it because I reach the exact same point and I burn out. And then I don't play it and I don't remember what I did or what I was doing, and I don't feel a connection to the character anymore. And Dragon Age Inquisition is one of those things where you kind of need to feel a connection to your character. And then I have to start over, and then I reach the exact same point and I burn out because there are so many quests in that game. And one of my least favorite things is the real-time quests at the quest table, which feels so ridiculous. Oh God. Okay, so I can't get Veilguard because I haven't beat Inquisition, and that's just a requirement in the Dragon Age series. I'm just not going to do it. I could theoretically go into the Dragon Age tapestry and make all the decisions. The only thing I have heard a lot about Veilguard that I'm not really huge on, one of the big things is that the character Rook apparently just doesn't matter, and that's your character. And the entire point of the Dragon Age series is that you're kind of like a big deal. Like, I feel, so when Dragon Age 2 first released, I think I was like the masses and I did not like it. Over the years, it's really grown on me. I actually really like Dragon Age 2 now. I don't consider it to be quite the big failure, particularly because you have so much control over how Hawk sounds and acts and reacts to the world around them. And some of the story beats in Dragon Age 2 are just crazy. And you can straight up sell Fenris, like, which just I could never do a playthrough where I sell Fenris. I would feel awful. I would feel like scum if I gave Fenris back to the Magister. Oh my gosh, I know he's pixels, but man, I can't do that. That just feels inhuman. And I feel like we can't, like, Dragon Age Inquisition, I don't know if you can make any decisions on the level of returning Fenris to his slave owner, okay? But I know Inquisition was the turning point. They made a lot of weird decisions in Inquisition that just didn't belong there. The resource gathering, it's like they tried to make it a survival game but still keep it an RPG, and it just did not. It was not implemented well. There probably could have been a way to do it. Probably the way Baldur's Gate did it. They didn't do it right. It was so irritating. I hate it so much. It just rips you out of the story because you have to stop and gather something and then go and then stop and then go and then stop. And you feel compelled to gather it because you can gather it and it's right there. And you know that if you don't gather it and you want to make something later and you don't have the thing, well, it's your fault because you didn't stop to gather things. So all it does is halt the story and the progression. And you play Dragon Age for the story, not to pick up ingredients in the wild, and it drives me insane. Yeah, Origins is definitely the best, but also it's aged. Like, I don't know that a game like Origins would quite... Oh, really? Wow. Kudos to your mom. Tell me how she makes it through Inquisition, because man, I get to a certain point and I burn out. It is after... Oh gosh, I used to know the quest name. It's after the big, huge event that happens in Orlais. Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I think that's what the quest is called. I actually used the game guide for Inquisition. I have a physical game guide. It has masking tape on the cover because the cover got ripped off because I used it so much. I use that Inquisition game guide. It's very helpful for building a character, and then also for Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. I think that's what it is. That quest is really irritating if you don't know what to do. But, and very stressful because there are time limits. So, Inquisition is so close to being good. Like, the story is so cool, and it makes you feel like such a badass. But I've heard that in Veilguard, Rook, like, barely matters, and you have no control over Rook. Like, all of the choices that you have are just basically, like, a slightly different flavor of the exact same thing. And I can't stand that. Like, the entire point is that you're supposed to matter. So if Rook doesn't matter, why am I there? I don't know. And it sucks because I really want to see the end of the Solus story because Solus is the best. I love Solus. I hate that people call him Egg. I mean, I see why they call him that, but I can't get it out of my head now. Every time I look at him, I see an egg, and I hate it. It drives me insane. I wish they had kept... There was this one design for him in which I think he had dreadlocks. God, I wish they kept that. Dragon Age, Inquisition, Solus, Dreads. Right? I swear that was a thing I saw. Yes. No. Was that... Am I making that up? I swear there was concept art where they envisioned giving him, like, dreads or something. And I wish they had. Was it this one? Here, let's do this. Solus concept art. Yeah, there's some where he has hair. And I wish they... I mean, I don't mind that he's bald. But some of the art that I've seen where he has hair, it just... He looks so good. Now I can't find it. Maybe I imagined it. Maybe I dreamed it up. Who knows? Oh no, your poor mom. I think I went through a similar issue. I will tell you now, horses in Inquisition are a lie. They don't make you go faster. They make you think you go faster because apparently the devs had an issue where if you go too fast, the game can't load fast enough. So horses gaslight you into making you think that you should be going faster. And I remember thinking this too because I would get on a horse and I was like, am I even speeding up? I don't think I am. I swear I'm going at the exact same pace, but it does like a camera trick where it narrows your field of view, and then there's speed lines coming behind you, and it makes you feel like you're going faster, but you're not. It's a lie. So, Dragon Age Inquisition gaslights you. I don't know. I love Dragon Age Origins, and I love Dragon Age 2. That one has actually really grown on me. Dragon Age Awakening exists. I can't remember it. I have played it. I can't remember it. I don't even know if I've done all of the content in Dragon Age Origins, because there's one where you can play as Liliana. I don't think I've done all of that in a really, really long time. Origins is solid, though. Like, God. Okay, in Origins, if you make it to Orzammar, Orzammar messed me up, okay? Orzammar is just messed up, period. There's a monster that I can't show on this live stream, probably, called the Brood Mother. God, when you first walk in on the Brood Mother, that is a jump scare and a half. It and like leading up to it too is the scariest thing ever. I remember playing that and I was like, am I playing a horror game or an RPG? What is happening? I'm scared. And I was still scared. Although I had the same exact reaction to Uncharted when I first played that. Uncharted. God, that was what got me into wanting to become a game developer. Uncharted. Genuinely, it was Uncharted. I wanted to make games because of Uncharted. I was so in love with that game. I bought it on a whim for the PS3 because I didn't have a whole lot of titles for the PS3, and I wanted to play something, and I think it was my birthday or something, and I picked Uncharted. Actually, and I remember this. I remember thinking this because it was so funny. I walked into the store and I said, I want to play something, but I don't want to play a horror game right now because I was really big into horror. Not that I can handle it. So I walked up to Uncharted and I picked it up and I said, well, this doesn't look like a horror game. This looks like an action game. And I kind of want that right now. I don't want a horror game, so I'm going to buy Uncharted. Y'all. I still remember vividly reaching that point in Uncharted. And I paused the game, put the controller down, and I went, are you freaking kidding me? I bought this because I didn't want a horror game. How did I get a horror game? How did I still buy a horror game? I was so angry and also still having such a good time that I still played, but oh, I was so scared. I was like, this is unreal. It's like expects me to get her past that part, usually completely cold. Sometimes they're having play the game. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's my kids. Sometimes they expect me to be able to fix everything too, and I'm like, I don't know how to fix this. I'm sorry. I can't do everything. And that's just very confusing to them. The amount of green in this house is potentially too much. We might have to fix some of this. I'm starting to feel like I have perhaps overdone it. I feel like we need... That still looks green. Am I crazy? There's so much green in this house that I can't not have green anymore. That just looks green. I think it's because of the lighting. The lighting is making everything look green. That's so funny. I wanted like a paler color, something like this, but that just looks green. It just straight up looks green. We could do the tile and then, oh, that's not bad. Oh, like a white tile. That could be a nice offset to have like a white tile. Or something like this. I feel like that could work. I was feeling like a brown, like a pale, oh, that doesn't look bad. I kind of like that. It would offset it a little bit. We could also do like a brick. Oh, I don't hate the brick. Even better. I don't hate the brick. I kind of want the brick. I'm feeling the brick. Let's do that. If I say brick one more time. I'm so sorry. I have been avoiding Discord because it's been giving me so much anxiety these days. I just Discord doesn't I don't know. I feel like it's just so overwhelming to be in Discord anymore. There's so many Discords, so many people, so many things going on, and every time you want to do anything, it's join another Discord. And it's okay, Chest High Wall. Go rest. Go chill, my friend. But yeah, and also I don't really go on anymore to social media. It's rare that I mean, I have like social media places that I go that I just chill in, but like I don't really do. That's not even true. I don't know how to explain. I occasionally go on Reddit and like peruse community stuff, but that's about, I think, the most that I've done in a while. I don't do Facebook anymore. I don't post anything of the kids anywhere because the internet freaks me out. And then I get so distracted working with the kids that I don't know. It's so like, just send it to me on Discord again. I'll try to hop on that soon. I keep meaning to. I do every once in a while, especially like every couple months or so. I do like a writing thing, and then I just, hi Crystal. But I need to do that again, and I have so many notifications, and that also overwhelms me that I kind of don't scroll through them, and I'm sorry. That's my fault. I am really, really bad. I get overwhelmed when there's too much going on. So like I open up Discord and I have like a ton of notifications and all of these groups and all of them have notifications and I'm like, and I close it. So I know, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting about that. I really need to open up a thingamajiggy, which I think I can finally do. I did a lot of business today that had to do with like some not legal stuff. That sounds really scary. No. Like, don't worry about it. Also, hello guys. I did actually write today, by the way. I did some writing. And also I figured this one out. This is a little dust bunny. That's what it wanted by sprinkle some dust, was to have the dust bunny. I get overwhelmed by Discord these days. I have so many notifications because I go such long periods of not going on there. And I open it and I get insane, I don't know how to explain, like information overload, and I'm just like, oh my god, and I close it and I'm like, oh no, I don't know what all that was, which is my fault. I don't know, Discord these days just, like, I used to be really into Discord. I mean, we still had tangents. We were talking about achievements in video games. We talked about The Sims for a little while and all of the competitors like Paralives and Inzoi, both of which I am watching, but neither of which I currently plan to get unless I don't know. It depends. I think I've spent so much money on The Sims that I don't know if I can get into another one. Yeah, it was minor Sims talk. We were talking about the difference between like indie and AAA games and the fact that I haven't really wanted to play any AAA games really. So Brent got me Oblivion Remastered because Oblivion was I was so in love with Oblivion back in the day. It is like one of my all-time favorite peak games. Yes, I will check Discord. I absolutely promise. Yes, it'll pop you up to the top. It's 100% my fault. Like, please don't. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know. I think since having kids, I'm a lot more sensitive to like getting overwhelmed by stuff, and I like panic and just don't look at it because it just, I don't know. I get overwhelmed a lot more easy since having kids, but yes, that's another big thing, is that Inzoi intrigues me as well, but it is so pricey for being early access, and I have no idea what their model is going to be going forward. So I'm just waiting to see what happens. And then Paralives, I don't know, something about it really wigs me out. I'm getting like Uncanny Valley from Paralives. I don't know if it must just be me because everybody and their mother is in love with Paralives, but I get Uncanny Valley from Paralives a little bit. Also, I was talking about the fact that I finally beat Sandrock, and it is literally 200 hours of gameplay. It was actually at 200 hours of gameplay. And the ending was very emotional. There were characters that were saying stuff like, I have this strange feeling that I'm not going to do any more quests with you anymore, which obviously is a reference to the fact that the game is ending. And then, of course, when I played after the end, because game ends and then you can keep playing, and I went and talked to a character, and he goes, what are you, the game is over, what are you still doing here? And then he said, I read that on a popsicle stick recently. I don't know why I got that, though. What game is it talking about? Where is the game? And why is it over? And I was like, bro. Yes. And also, my character had a baby on the very last day of the game. Okay? Like, things just lined up. And she went... So I woke up, she had a baby, and then immediately went on an airship. Okay, that's not a spoiler. Not really. It's not a spoiler. There's no context. Yes, I had a baby with the cowboy. Oh, yeah. And wait. Okay. No, this is going to get mad at me. Wait, no. It's going to get mad at me. Okay. I got a voice line. No, what? It's worth it. It's worth it. I'm closing this. I'm going to open this. I'm going to open up my Steam Deck, and I'm going to play this for you. First, you're going to hear Oblivion music, but it's going to be worth it. Hang on. Where are you? Sandrock, come to me, my love. Okay, I recorded this because I had to, because I could not, like, here it is.
When it's storming like this, you stay close, you hear? I won't let a damn thing near you.
What? How do you do this to me? How dare you do this to me? Okay? Right after we had babies. Okay, a baby. Like, bro. The accent, the voice acting. It didn't hit me at first, but now I'm sold. Okay? Oh my god. Sandrock is unmatched. Right? I won't let a damn thing near you. Oh my god. Did you guys hear that, by the way? Did that come through? I hope that came through in my microphone. The swooning is real. It's so real. And then throughout, oh my god, this game has so many details. Throughout my pregnancy, my character's pregnancy, you get little mini quests that he activates, that you activate with him, and he gives you presents, and he'll say things like, the doc told me not to work too hard because I gotta be there to protect you, or something like that, or I gotta be there to take care of you, so lean on me. Oh my god. Like, I'm paraphrasing. That's not exactly what he said, but like, Sandrock, the characters, Logan. It's all Logan. We all know. All right, that was worth it. I made him say it again so that I could record it, because I was like, I cannot believe Adam West is the cowboy. I have to check it out, but I mean, basically, he's just, what else have I recorded that I can play? I'm sure I've recorded 5,000 other things. Oops, what's happening? Let's lower that so you guys don't have to listen to clicking. Yeah, no, this game. Oh yeah, no, I 100% play for the cowboy. It's worth it. Okay, here's the dealio. There are 2 romances in this game that are considered the top tier romances, and that's Logan and Fang. For the girls, I think it's Nia and either Mion or maybe Amara. It's either Nia or Amara. If you have the Love Chronicles DLC, it adds extra content for Nia and Nia and Mion. Oh yeah, no, I 100% recommend. You know what? Screw it. For the remainder of this live stream. Oh god, no, this is going to go really badly. There's no way this is going to run well. You know what? I'm going to try anyway. We're going to do some Sandrock. I need a little bit of closure. Single player, please. There's multiplayer, by the way, in Sandrock. The multiplayer, though, is interesting. It is, and you can play the multiplayer by yourself. You do not have to play with someone else. It has no story. But yes, I highly recommend. I will not play my character because there's too much spoilers on that save. But I'm gonna start a new character because I need closure. We're gonna see how well this goes though, because okay, my Steam Deck is off because it's not gonna like me trying to run a game on my PC and on Steam Deck. We're gonna see how well this runs because I've never streamed a game on this laptop, so the settings are untouched. So like I said, I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh wait, capture any full screen application. It's running, by the way. It's taking a while. A long while. We're gonna end this live stream with a little bit of Sandrock because why not? I'm not even gonna change the live stream information because it's going to set the live stream as being with the game Sandrock, and that only happens 2 hours into the live stream. Is it actually? Yeah, it says it's running. Oh, it says it's running an install script, so I think it's doing one more thing. I don't know, actually. Maybe? I don't know. Theoretically, one would assume so. I've never tried that. I couldn't stream it from my Steam Deck, but I could turn on the Steam Deck and then tell it to stream to my laptop, and then I could play on the laptop the game that's on the Steam Deck. So that's an option. I could try it. I think it's installing something, which is wild. It's not happy. I'll tell you. Oh. Yes, there it goes. It's going. Let's see. I'm going to start a new character because why not? And then I'm going to cry watching the beginning of the game again. I was telling God King Art earlier that sometimes I have closure by like restarting the game without the intention of fully playing it again. I'm able to re-experience like the beginning of the game, and it kind of like feels like I'm going full circle. So, but yeah, there were some things said at the end of the game that were very fourth wall. Is it not coming up? I told it to do, hang on, let me click on it and see if the game shows up, because I told it to capture any full game application, which of course it's not. Let's do specific window, and then we'll do this one. There it goes. Excellent. Excuse me. So yeah, I am, oh, well, this is moving, but this is not, and I don't know what that means. For better or for worse, I am running this off of an external, which may not be a great idea for a live stream. I don't know how this is going to go. Like I said, my settings for this laptop are not set up for a live stream. It normally does not take this long to load. It's 100% on my end. Anyways, how are you all doing? I hope you are all doing well. Remember when we used to do, we literally tricked Darkovika to playing a game on YouTube again. Honestly, we were talking about it earlier, and I was like, I kind of want to. And then I was like, no, I shouldn't. And then I literally took nothing to convince me. Oh, gosh. My cousin shared her daughter's YouTube homework, or YouTube, sorry, not YouTube, her daughter's homework, and was like, I have no idea what she's doing. Send help. My daughter is smarter than me. Oh, there it goes. Okay, the animation is a good sign. The animation is a good sign. My external isn't hot. It's probably also because this is the first time I'm actually running it on my PC. I uninstalled it on here because I actually really like the Steam Deck controls over the PC controls. Again, this does not normally take this long to run. I will say that. So do not judge this based off of my live stream of this. Will we even get into the game? I don't know. But Sandrock, how about we've got Lethal Company and Change together to try to play now? Oh yeah, I was gonna say this has a multiplayer, but you don't technically have to play with someone else, and it basically just allows you to play in like a sandbox. Huh. Sandrock sandbox. It's a sandrock sandbox. And you're like, I think their original plan was to make it where you play 10 years in the past, and you're helping build Sandrock into what it is now or what it would become later. Ah, it changed. Nope. Okay. I think this is still a good sign. We'll let it do its thing. But I guess they didn't end up. Oh gosh, we're detecting that your load times are a bit high. We recommend you check your hard drive, clear some space, and make sure your game is installed on your main hard drive. We're going to just lower that a little more. Okay, that was the trailer for. Yeah, I know. I know you're mad at me. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Now I can finally lower my volume. Okay. So it's not pleased with me. It does not like that it's on an external, which understandable, honestly. Like I said, I haven't played this on my PC all that much. It's not pleased. So I don't even know if we're going to make it very far into this, but at the very least, I can experience the opening. Maybe. Who knows if we'll even make it that far. I mean, my external isn't overheated. We need Cowboy. Oh boy, we won't be getting Cowboy for a while. Okay, so that was what I was going to say. The best, everyone's favorite romances, which are Logan and Fang, are extremely late game, especially Fang. Fang is even later game than Logan. And there's story reasons for this. I think some of Fang's content doesn't happen until after you beat the game. Look it! He's beautiful! I have no idea what this looks like for you, by the way. I went with this name. I kept Lucy. Oh my gosh, what is happening? There we go. I'm trying to lower my volume, and I have like a little thing that I can spin right here, and it's going up and down, which is not a good sign. I guess we'll go with that one. No voice. Oh, that's interesting. And then, so this is like the basic builder look. This is like the way that they envision you looking, I think. Or not envision, but like this is like the core. We'll just keep the face shape because I don't want to mess with that. I'm not. So when I played, I kept a very. Was it that one? No. Oh, there we go. I think I used that to start. It's taking a minute. I need to lower it again. Is it too loud for you guys? Are you guys okay with the audio? Come on. Okay, I gotta do this on my keyboard. I'm surprised at how loud this is. Like, there we go. Let's see. Is that okay for you guys? Because this feels crazy loud for some. We'll see Cowboy though. We are going to see Cowboy briefly. We're good. Okay, good. So there's. Oh God. Give it a second. It's loading. Let's see. Oh, we could go with the. We could go with the basic hair. We'll make her just. What did I do the first time I made this? I think I went with the pigtails, the low pigtails. I thought that was super cute. We also give her a ponytail. Then we have to go with like that. Oh, that's actually super cute. I actually really like that. Let's go with that. And then we can change her basic hair color. The hair color I had before was basically, I think, like that. Actually, no, I think that one was red. And I made this one yellow. Yeah, this was basically her hair for the entire game. So that's not an option. Um, we could give her green hair or purple. The way that it combines with colors is very interesting, and I have no idea what the logic is. So it creates a nice dusty rose. I don't even know what's happening there. This, I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's a nice light pink. I don't know what I want to go with. I did really badly coming up with hair the first time, which is also why I never changed her hair. Oh, that's kind of neat. I like the idea of like an orange. Oh, you know what? That's a nice brown. When do we ever see brown in games, you know? Oh, gosh. I feel like we don't. Yeah, let's go with a nice brown. We're going to make her a brunette. Nothing crazy, you know? Just a nice brunette. And then you know what? Oh, no, not that. I can give her a beard. I never gave mine a tattoo. Oh, freckles! We can give her freckles. I don't think I gave mine freckles the first time I played this. No. No. Oh, God. What color did it have? Was it that one? Oh, God. They're all too dark. I don't remember what color it was. Sure. Wasn't it red? I feel like it was red, right? Like she had red tattoos. Yeah, that seems a little better. Tattoos. Her freckles are tattoos. Let me know when this stops working, please. And then we can give her some eyeshadow. Oh, God. No, I think... Oh, that's a lot. It's either this one or this one. I went with this one the first time. Maybe we'll go with this one. It kind of gives her... I don't know. Should we? Oops. I feel like this just goes really well with those eyelashes. Do we have different eyelashes? Oh, I forgot. I can give her like her irises a shape. Oh, God, that looks so creepy. Oh, that's even creepier. Oh, God. I don't know why, but the really big irises is also really creepy. I am so sure that someone else has freckle tattoos. I'm so sure. I do not put that past anyone. You know what? I kind of want to give like hazel. Is that what we've got? Ooh, almost. I feel like that's more accurate to hazel. But I want like a lighter. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, let's come back to this one. I want like a more noticeable color. Sure. We'll go with that. And then her pupils, we're not going to touch that. I don't need her pupils to be... Oh, that's neat. That looks cute. There we go. Sure. I'm not going to mess with this. That's too complicated. It's too complicated for my extremely simple tastes and needs. Oh, you know what? We might do... Nope. Bring that back. I feel like that's fine. Probably. Blush was hard for me because everything kind of feels like over the top. Like that just makes her look like she has a cold. That's kind of nice. I don't mind that. That one's cute. We'll go with that one. I'm not going to mess with the color because the second I mess with that color, it's out. It's gone. Up, too much. That's kind of nice. Oh, God. Right. I feel like that works. Sure. Although the brown hair looks very strange with the cactus. Is that me? Well, that's kind of nice. Is that like a darker... I think I went darker brown. Actually, yeah, I like that. A darker brown. Ooh, a red tint really adds to that. Okay, there we go. When do we ever make brunettes in video games? You know, it's always the white hair and pink hair and blonde hair. Let's make a brunette. Black hair. Oh, I named her Lucy again. I named her Lucy again. My bad. Wait. Can I go back? Okay, let's name her. What do we name her? There we go. We're going to name her Eleanor. Yes, that was in fact. So, okay, in every single one of these games, I always pick Fall 24, and that happened to be another character's birthday, and I won't say any more than that, but I was very annoyed. So for this character, I think we start the game in summer. I'm going to pick... Yeah, I think we do. I think we start the game in summer. Maybe I'll put her birthday in winter. This character is just Darkovika. I don't want to put it in summer because then we're not going to get any presents. Let's do spring. I'm so confused. I don't know. Yeah. We're going to make her birthday. You know what? We're going to make her birthday spring 4. Heck it. Why not? This is, you know what? I'm taking this too seriously. This is just a, what's the word I'm looking for? A closure character. Hair almost matches the cactus pot. Here we go. Okay, now we get to wait for this to load. And it's not going to like me again. Yeah, it's really mad. It's not loading at all. This is 100% a me thing. This game normally, it has decent loading times. I will say that. Like, the loading times aren't great, but they're also not the worst. Like, they're doable. They're definitely something that's not a pain. They're just minor inconveniences. That's what I'll say. This is not indicative of normal loading times, as I have mentioned. I just want to keep saying that because I don't know. This is your first introduction to Sandrock, which I have been singing the praises of for like ever. And of course, the loading times are all 5 billion years because I'm playing on an external because this was not planned. This was so unplanned, it's not even funny. Day of Memories is a festival where people of the free cities commemorate the people who aren't around anymore. In Sandrock, people play a game to represent chasing away troublemaker spirits to make sure their ancestors rest in peace. It'll be ready for Monday's stream. Probably. Possibly. You know what? Maybe. Maybe. That would be kind of funny. Just do a random Sandrock stream. It's like, yeah, I said this was a Writathon live stream. It's not anymore. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I can't write at the moment. My creativity is confused. Oh boy. Let's just see the intro. Just let me see the intro and then I'll call it a stream. I'm sorry. I know I've been mean to you. I'm sorry. My laptop is like, why are you doing this to me? It's a good laptop. It's just I've never set it up for streaming and I am 100% running this off of an external that was not made for this, which normally suits me just fine, but Sandrock is I think it's hefty enough because it's such a big game. It has so much content in it. Okay, here we go. We made it. We made it past the loading screen. Come on, baby. I believe in you. Well, anyways, do you guys remember when we used to do Caribbean Sail. That was the best. The memory of doing Caribbean Sail on live streams, that's one of my favorites. Never did you stick to anything. I'm really proud of myself for completing Sandrock because it was such a like, I normally don't finish anything. And this was 200 hours. So, like, to complete this for me, oh, we're doing it. Oh God, we're doing it. We're in. Oh my God, we made it to the opening cutscene. I also feel like it's really quiet. Probably aren't hearing any of it. Logan. It's my husband. My pixel husband. Oh man. Dying from scare. Yeah, your character, no matter which number I made you, constantly. Honestly, we could make Caribbean Sail our last live stream, I think. That always cracked me up to see that font written on a sign. That's me on. That music. It's thinking. Give it a second. Look at how beautiful this is. I love this soundtrack. Yes. Oh yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. Oh God, yeah. We're never making it past this. It's so unhappy with me. Oh man. It's so unhappy with me. It's like, why are you doing this to me? I am not made to run on an external hard drive. It is such a beautiful game if I could get. Oh, there we go. The pet system is unlocked. It's thinking. Don't run this on an external. Will I be able to move? Good question. This is actually supposed to be a cutscene. They're supposed to be talking. It's thinking. It's trying to get it to happen. My external isn't even all that hot. Oh, there we go. Oh God. No, I don't need your guidance. Oh, this is so oh, I might need to move this off of my external and experience this on a PC cuz this is even prettier. Oh gosh, to see it on this. I've played this entirely on my Steam Deck, so I am not used to seeing this look this big. Oh, oh God, Yan. The voice acting in this is. I cannot wait for you to hear Yan when it loads, when it gets there. When it gets there. If it gets there. Oh God, it's struggling. Oh, here we go. Oh, Yan's voice acting is so good. Come on, Yan.
I'll be overseeing you with Neon, but don't think of me as your boss. Think of me more as, a buddy. That's your, supervisor.
I love him.
This here's Mason. He's retiring, hence, the whole reason for you being here and whatnot. But you knew that already. What am I talking about? Anyway, see that workshop there on the other side of the tracks? It used to be Mason's, but now it's all yours. Ain't that swell? Just think of all the great stuff you'll be able to make in there for our commerce guild. And, well, for other people too, I guess. Well, I am now speechless. Mason, as the is certainly those things, but you may also find that the place has a lot of hearts.
That sounded so sincere.
I believe that will suffice. May you bring Telesis to the land. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to the Blue Moon. There are only so many more days I'll be able to get my Yakmel milk on.
Alright, see you later. Good talk.
Well, he always was a bit awkward, mind you. Anyway, back to business. Before you start, I need to tell y'all a bit about how we work here in the desert. I know you already hold builder licenses, but things are a bit different here from what you're used to. To start with, there aren't too many trees around, so don't go swinging your axe around too much. It's, frowned upon, anyway. But there's plenty of scrap metal and driftwood you can break apart.
That was one of the cool things about this was like, so the setting being in a desert matters. Genuinely. Also, I need to see if I can increase the volume a little bit.
For that, you'll need something called a
Was that
pick
too much?
hammer.
Whatever.
It's a pick with a hammer, just as the name implies. We use it only because it's useful for breaking up rocks, but it's also durable enough to break up the old world scrap all around here. Easy stuff to make as well. You just need to find some stone and wood and craft it at your work table. Why don't you try making one for yourselves? You'll be needing it right away anyway. When you're done, just come find me in the Commerce Guild. But, you know, no rush. See you there.
Yan is the best.
True. It is pretty easy to make. We should be able to find the stone and wood we need by just searching through junk piles on the ground near our workshops. Picking up things is fun. Hey, let's go to your workshop and see what kind of machines Mason left for ya. Let me take you there. I'm already getting pretty acquainted around here, so I can make sure you don't get lost.
Baha. This looks so huge. Look at that train. So like I said, this takes place, and this isn't explained in this game, not really, but this takes place in like a kind of post-apocalyptic type universe. So everything here looks weird and janky, and that's because it is. Just because we're a people who lived underground for like, I think a couple centuries, and then slowly came back up out of ground after like a calamity. I think they call it the Dark Calamity. The day of calamity or something like that. You'd think I'd know this. I played this for 200 hours.
But at least he did leave you a work table. That should be all you need to make a pick hammer. You know, Sandrock is still well known across all free cities for being directly on top of an old world metropolis. They say some old scraps even end up here on the surface when the wind blows. Once we have our pick hammers, we can smash them up and get all the resources we need.
It's so crazy to see this.
Also, I kind of wanted to say something to you privately. See, the reason I came to Sandrock is because it's not doing well for itself. Everybody in the Free Cities knows that. But I didn't hesitate signing that contract. I thought it'd be the best way for me to make a difference in the world. I bet you feel the same way. So let's make a promise, builder to builder. Let's take Sandrock back to its glory days during our time here. Let's give it our all, okay?
It is more civilized, yes. This is kind of like Fallout, I think is like immediately following
Well,
a Fallout.
my pick hammer. See you around.
This game is kind of like a while after, like a long while after, and things have kind of become civilized and people are picking up the pieces and they use a lot of stuff from the old world. So there's like a lot of trying to understand what even half the stuff that you find does. But a lot of it has already been figured out. I have stuff from the developers. Because this was a Kickstarter. Thank you for purchasing Love Chronicles. You're welcome. And this is for, yeah, I got a gecko. All right. I already have a ton of stuff. Oh gosh, what have I done? I accidentally put something on the floor, but it's not showing me what it is because I have... There it is. Okay. I don't even think I put that on the floor, technically. I just sort of put this here. There we go. So, it's so crazy to see this because this is like, this seems so like simple, right? Like it's just straightforward. It's so, I don't even know how to explain. I picked up an axe. My dude left me an axe and a broken furnace. A baby! Oh yeah, that's definitely my laptop. Yeah, that's definitely my laptop. It's trying to take off. It's not pleased with me. So in Sandrock, water is extremely important. You need water for everything. All of your machines use water. And so getting water is really stressful. Unless you have a pet. In which case, life will be so much easier once it loads and I can show you. You want to abuse the pet system. You abuse this. Don't even worry. You abuse this. We're gonna dispatch this pet. Go get me water. Thank you, Gecko. Sweet baby. Okay, so we need to make... Oops. Yeah. I know what to do. Oh, wait. We need materials. And in order to get materials, we need to go over to these junk piles. So, Sandrock is a dying city. It barely even looks like a city. It is a dying city. You cannot, do not cut down these trees. You are going to get in so much trouble. You can kick them. If you need wood, you can chop down sandgrass. Be extremely careful when you go and chop stuff down next to these cactus trees, because it automatically will start chopping something next to whatever you're chopping, and you can 100% start accidentally chopping down a tree. There we go. This is safer. See, so I've got some wood, I got plant fiber, I got dew, which you can use to make more water. I need more materials. Here we go. Here's some. This is a wood pile, which will also give me wood. Oops. Okay, there it goes. I mean, it's doing better than expected, honestly. Imagine it takes her all day to make a pick hammer. Okay, now we can make this. Excellent. Later on, you'll be able to upgrade the quality of your equipment. There we go. No, I wanted this one. B for backpack. Oh, here it is. How do I T? Yes. And then, even more awesome, you can come over here and we can set some outfits. Okay, you ready for this? I hope you're ready for this. Oh, hang on. It's thinking about it. It just made me bald. It's thinking about it. There it goes. Oh, look at her. She's adorable. We have a vanity outfit. I actually can't equip this. It's too high level. It requires level 15 and I am level 1. Here we have some wooden... I didn't even see this. It's been so long since I played the beginning of the game. Look at that thing. That is a tool. Also, you can't step in the water. That is a statue of Peach, the person who was able to allow everybody to come up out of the Mwah. Oh boy. I do actually want to play Sandrock again because I want to experience something very specific. Something called the Penn to Logan pipeline. I recommend. I haven't experienced it, but I kind of want to. He is, yes, he's an outlaw. You know, Wolverine is a cowboy. He is an outlaw. He's wanted. Wanted for all kinds of shenanigans. Gets pretty crazy. I'm telling you, once it loads. I can't believe, like, oh, it's so weird experiencing. Oh, that music.
Now that's a nice looking pick hammer. It is the soul of a desert builder. Never lose it. But if you do, well, now you know how to build another one, I suppose. Next, let me tell you about the recycler. It's another indispensable tool for a desert builder. It's the machine that's synonymous with make do. Once it's made, you can put the scrap you collect with your pick hammer into the recycler to get all kinds of useful items.
You can construct the recycler on your assembly station. Here's the diagram for it. Just look it up in your workshop handbook. You can also open to it on the control panel at the assembly station.
Don't worry so much. You'll figure it out. Come back to the Commerce Guild when you finish. Bye now.
So this is one of the fun parts. Workshop rankings. I, at the end of the game, had 50,000 points, and the second place person had 5,000. So I went a little overboard. I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to get second or third place in the save file. When I had forgotten about it the first time I was playing, and it was about the middle of the month, and Yan was winning, and I was like, oh, hell nah. Hell no. And I went a little overboard, and I won by like a landslide. And then it just went downhill from there. Became addicted. It's like, I will never lose, and I will never lose. Oh, look at this baby. Look at this wee little baby. Here's our little assembly station. Gosh. Oh, we'll get there eventually. Don't worry about it. I think I'm supposed to make a recycler. Was I supposed to take a commission? I don't think so. Well, we'll find out one day. It's not pleased with me. We'll do this so I can show you how this part functions. This is the meat of the game. So you are a builder. Collecting materials is like the heart and soul of what you will do in this game. And I love this. So if you like a good grind, this game is so awesome for a good grind. It's a good grind. Like, it just feels so good. You go around, you collect materials, you build things, then you're requested to build more things, so you need more materials, so you go out and get the materials. And that is my whole thing right now. Oh gosh, yep, no worries, go. I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream soon. But this is, yes. Okay, thank you. I would like to assemble this. So it's going to tell you everything that you need to make this. We need grinding saws, which require these materials. We also need wood, and we need stone to make a stone trough for this. So now we have this here. We have a lot of our materials already, but we don't have the stone trough, which we can actually make here at the work table. And I don't have enough materials. Welcome to the game. There you go. That's the game for the most part. But man, it starts off slow and you're like, okay, yeah, whatever. This is pretty chill. No. This game will take you through so many. This is fishing bait, which we can't even fish yet, so I don't know. We're going to need wood. We can't break these yet. This requires a stronger pick hammer. Oh. She's smashing it with her fists. She's just that powerful. That chicken will attack me, so we don't want to go close to that chicken. The cows won't. It's a shame, because I need to get over there, because I want those piles, but whatever. We'll do it later. We can kick this tree. There we go. Beautiful. Alright. I feel like I have attacked you. Oops, I can't hit that yet. I need a better axe. I have attacked you all with enough sand rock for the night. I should probably end this live stream here. God, but it is beautiful on the computer. I will say that. Oops. Oh, I love this game. It's so funny because it looks so unassuming. You don't look at this and think, yeah, this is going to be a masterpiece. You look at this and go, oh, yeah, I could probably sink a few hours into this. I'm out of space. Oh, this is important. You can increase. Oh, I need money. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this here. My first live stream. This poor character. It's like wheezing half to death. Yeah, let's go ahead and cancel that. But anyways, I promise you, it almost is like, it's the type of game where it looks one way. And you're like, oh yeah, I can see myself playing this for a little bit, haha, whatever. And then you get to a certain point and you're like, what is happening? What even is this game anymore? What am I looking at? I can't even fully explain it because you have to experience the plot and the plot twists that happen as they happen. It just hits you in the face with a brick and you are invested. Oh boy. I'll be able to exit out of the game at some point. Yeah, I know. Okay. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Cooper is the best character in the game. 100%. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Alright. I will see you guys next time.